Welcome to Keeping It Real PMC, where we talk life, changes, and the pursuit of happiness from all different angles. Without further ado, here's your host, Eddie Mora, aka The Real PMC.
I am here accompanied just some local legends in the city of Paterson, New Jersey. I'm hanging out here with you know what? I'm not even gonna say who they are. I'm gonna let you gentlemen introduce yourselves. We'll start with you, sir, over here on my right, his left. Tell us who you are, a little bit about yourself, and what you do here, and where we are. Where are we?
So we are actually at Chloe's Restaurant in Paterson, New Jersey. We're located at 304 Grand Street. I am Chef Luckie. I am Paterson raised, not born, but raised here. And I'm the executive chef here, and restaurateur is what my title would technically be. Restaurateur is because I own multiple restaurants. Executive chef, a quick aspect on that aspect of it. A quick aspect on what an executive chef would be is someone who not only manages the kitchen at the restaurant, but is also an owner of the restaurant. That's what makes them the executive. So it's not only paperwork, but it's actually cooking, creating menus, and that aspect of it. That is it. That's who I am. I'm just a kid from Union and Redwood Ave.
Love it. Union and Redwood Ave. Sir, to my left or to your right, or depending on what angle you're in, upside down, whatever.
I like it upside down.
You like, hey, there you go. Let's go.
Hi, Jackie.
As long as we don't get, we're okay. We're okay, guys. We're okay. All right. So
Those people are blocked. They're banded.
Talk to us, sir. Talk to us. Name, what you do here, and you know, a little synopsis of what you like about this place and where we are.
All right. Yeah, as Chef Luckie said, we're located at 304 Grand Street here in Paterson, New Jersey, our hometown. My name is Jose Torres. Everybody knows me as Piri. I'm also a sergeant at Paterson Police Department, the finest department in the land. PBA local number 1, the first local in the United States. And we're here, you know. We're here at Chloe's Restaurant. What I like about it is that Luckie takes care of everything. He takes care of me, and I'm like the unofficial hype man here. So and I love my job. All I do is play with the waters and the sodas. I keep the ice cold. You know what I'm saying? And I just yes. I'm basically the host hype man here. So
Okay.
I like my title.
So after you're done talking, you're like that would be you when you walk in, right?
Yes.
Everybody would go crazy.
So
All right.
I really want like the girls from like the Coming to America to come here and throw roses at my feet when I come.
I like it.
And I punch in, and I just want to see like roses on the floor.
I will talk to the staff.
Okay.
Good talk to this.
Okay,
This
okay.
is great. This is great. All right, gentlemen, that's awesome. So I gotta ask this: how did you two gentlemen meet?
Well, we met a long time ago. We're childhood friends. We're both from the Union Avenue area. We're both from Paterson. I was born and raised here. I love this city and everything that it has to offer. Basically, we met through
Sports.
friends.
Yeah, through Anna
sports
first,
friends.
sports.
Yes,
Yeah.
my cousin Anna Falquez. Hi, Lisi. So we met through her, and you know we just basically just hung out. We liked the same things. We had similar ambitions. At that point, when we were younger, it was just to make money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That was like the goal from a young man's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Being that at that time, you know what I'm saying, we didn't have much. You know what I'm saying? So money at such a young age.
It was a goal.
Yes, it was a goal,
Yeah,
but it also, how should I say it? I thought, you know, as a young man, that a lot of money could bring me a lot of happiness, and I guess that's the immaturity that I had at that time. You know what I'm saying? That it could buy me this, that, and all the girls and stuff like that. And
That's when he was younger, Jackie. He's talking about when he was younger.
Yeah. I was talking
Many
about when I
eons
was
ago,
younger.
many eons ago, right?
Yeah,
Many
yeah,
eons
yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
In
I
another dimension, in another world.
I gotta
you know.
tread carefully in that area because my wife is
Well,
Puerto Rican.
We're
she
keeping it
roasts
real. We're
that.
keeping it real, guys.
Yeah.
We're keeping it real.
She has a switchblade.
Yeah. She sharpens
Every
she
night,
looks at me.
man.
Yeah,
It happens, man. It happens. I'm there with you.
Just in case you forget, she puts it on the table.
Oh yeah. At one of these tables, actually. But go ahead.
Yeah, talk to me.
But yeah, no. So
Because I'm a talker. I'll
meeting
All good.
meeting PD at a young age was really cool as far as like friend wise. We were into sports. Both of us were into sports, which is really weird because everybody wonders how we're really friends because we like absolutely none of the same teams in any major sports. I mean, the only team we could probably root for together would be like Team USA. Like that's it. And that's because we're proud.
Absolutely.
And definitely Team USA.
Or Puerto Rico.
And that's
Yeah.
baseball, not soccer.
No,
Just for everybody listening out there.
No, female soccer Team USA all day.
okay,
No,
okay.
100%.
I love them.
Yeah, I love them.
Very controversial, but I like them.
I'm with you. Very.
No,
Extremely.
no.
Extremely.
I love Hope Solo, like 1,000,000%. Even if she doesn't play anymore, and she beats her husband up, I'm down.
I hope so. If you're listening to this, Hope so, you're welcome here. They're basically saying, come by. Come by Chloe's restaurant in Paterson, New Jersey.
But,
Just don't beat anybody up.
Yeah, just don't beat nobody up. But no, like I said, growing up, the same mentality. I mean, we grew up in an era where a lot of people idolize drug dealers and stuff like that, and you idolize them because you looked at what they were making and what they were driving and what they were dressing. So you were just like, shit, I want to do that. I want those Jordans. I want this. I want to, you know what I'm saying? And we both have very, very hardworking families, but just there wasn't extra to provide that for any of us. So it was always an outlook of like, yo, I just want to make money so that I can do that type of stuff. And I mean, it led us through amazing friendships from kids to now grown adults with families and kids and all that stuff. And we've never like there was times where it'd be like a couple of months we wouldn't even talk, and then we see each other right back, like nothing never changed. So that was always awesome in that aspect. He's been my number one supporter for as long as I can remember, literally. There's been times where, like, going as raw and real, like, there's been times where I was lost. I was going through shit. I was going through a lot of personal stuff with the laws, with life, with family. And the one constant thing was that he was always there, And opening other businesses and stuff was always in the back mind. Like, whenever I do something really big, I want to make sure that I can have someone that believes in you that much. So when the concept came up of having another restaurant to this magnitude, my other restaurants are small, food truck, all small stuff. To do something to this magnitude, I mean, I didn't think twice before I called him. It was like, hey, this is an idea, let's talk. And
It was basically a short conversation.
Yeah, literally.
I was in. As soon as Luckie came, he came to my house. He had a plan. We briefly, I'm talking about maybe 10 minutes because I had to use the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of those you talk. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
He probably thought it over in the bathroom and then came out. He
Yeah.
goes, "Yo, we're in."
Right.
He came to my house. Doodled on a piece of paper, basically with a plan, and I was totally into it. The first 2 minutes into it, I'm telling you, this conversation was probably about 5 minutes long.
Yeah, probably.
And I was totally into it where I was like, you know what? It's time to, get wet a little bit, jump in, And, I had some funds left over, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pursue this. I'm gonna take it by the horns. But at that time, we had no idea what we were gonna do for our families, for Chloe's family, for the name Chloe's Restaurant. At that time, that just sprang up, and I'm sure that you're gonna ask that question later. So, before I
No, absolutely. No, I appreciate it. All right, so so basically you two gentlemen have been friends for a long time.
Yes.
It was a short conversation, just literally, and that's how any real friendship works, or any real connection works, right? It's no different than meeting somebody that you know you're gonna marry, right? You almost there's this one moment where
You just know.
you just know, right? When it comes to friendships like yours, though, was there ever a time where early on in your acquaintance that you ever dreamed you would be opening a restaurant together?
So okay, no. So so being 100% honest, everything that I have now was never even a vision. Like it wasn't nothing. I didn't think any of this was good. Yeah, no. I didn't think anything was ever gonna happen. I didn't think I would start any business. I was in a prior marriage where it was said, you know, you'll never make it because in order to be successful, you have to work for somebody. Now people work for me, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right.
That's well said.
press that button
I can give you one. I mean, if you really want, I can. Where is it? Right here.
Yeah, there it is. No, so like, no, realistically. But the thing is, like, and I hate to say it like that, but like, the truth is, I didn't even believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally didn't believe that I could do it. I just knew that I wanted to do it. So yeah. So anybody that's listening, honestly, like, if I can do it, right? Like, seriously, if I can do it, and I mean, anybody who knows me, then anybody could do it, because there's nothing special about me. I just work hard, and he knows. I was reading an Instagram post because somebody asked me how long we were friends, and I was reading an Instagram post that Piri posted for my birthday, maybe about 2 years ago, and in the post he says, I'm the urban Rocky Balboa. There's no knocking me down. Like, I've been knocked down so much, but I just get up and I just start over.
That's you say something that resonates a lot with me, right? Because when I went to school, there was a professor, right? And he asked this question. He said, it was a really weird, and I didn't understand it. And he asked me, he said to the class, where does sovereignty rest in the state of nature? What does that even mean, right? And it's basically, what he was asking was, how does anything deem ownership in a world where there is no government or there isn't anything like that? And we had all these crazy answers, right? Like, oh, you create a government, or there'll never be one, so you'll never own anything. It was just crazy. And then the professor at the end of the semester finally gives us the answer. And the answer is, it's crazy, and it resonates a lot with what you just said. He said, he who has the acorn picked it from under the oak tree. Effort, hard work is what determines ownership, right? And you literally are saying point blank, like, you work to get where you are. Now you have your ownership. You work to get to where you are, saved money, and now you have ownership. You guys picked up the acorn. It's yours. Now what you do with it is a whole different story, right?
I can make a soup.
You can acorn seeds. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. The first place ever to make acorn soup. It's acorn soup. Helps make the body good. Yeah. So no, that's awesome. So now that we know a little bit about you two gentlemen and how you met, and the partnership that you have, the relationship you two have. Pause. For those of you that know what pause means, you know what pause means. If you don't know, then you don't know, right? Like,
okay.
If they don't know.
What's understood doesn't have to be explained.
Exactly.
You know
Right?
what
Exactly.
Hit the button. Hit the button now.
I used to have a bleep button here, man. I think I lost that bleep button. I used to have, a long time ago, I used to have a bleep button. So very cool. So the question that I have for you guys now, this location, it's called Chloe's Restaurant in Paterson, New Jersey. It's on Grand Ave.
Grand Street.
Grand Street, sorry. Yep. In Paterson, New Jersey on Grand Street. Where and why is it called Chloe's? How did the name come about? If you'd like to share that story with, let us know the roots of this location.
So I want to start on that one first, and then I'll hand that one off. So so for me was more the aspect of, we created, I want to say 15 names for this restaurant, 15 different names.
That was a roundabout.
Yeah. Like
15, roughly 15 to 100.
Like easily we had 15 names. I want to say that, and I mean that because some of them are definitely. So we started really quick. This is Chloe's Restaurant. We started our business is a new business. Our DBA is Chloe's Restaurant. The name of our business is L&P Hospitality Group.
Okay.
So the reason we started the business Hospitality Group was more so we can own multiple restaurants, is what I envisioned for our future and stuff like that. So there was a bunch of names that we wrote down. We sent really funny, stupid text messages to each other. Hey, what do you think about this? It was like 2 a.m. It's like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And then we narrowed it down to like 3 names. We had a meeting while the place was like getting ready to our vision to be created and everything like that. And Piri walked in, and I was sitting at the bar, and he goes, literally, I'm like, oh, look I printed the menus with the new logos, with the new names that we finalized. And he looked at the paper, and he looked at me, and he goes, hey, I asked you a question. I said, what's up? He goes, what do you think about naming it Chloe's? And I said, literally looked him right in the face, and I said, okay, we're done. Conversation over. The name of the restaurant is Chloe's. So now, with that, please, you can finish the story.
I mean, hands down, that's exactly what happened. I only at one. There's certain times where when you're married to somebody, I'm sure both of you could agree with this. Your partner always wants to be involved somehow, some way with something personal. With this, it was more like a surprise. I just wanted to do it for Chloe, for Chloe's family, wholeheartedly, and I knew for a fact that Luckie was not gonna have no problem with that, as far as Chloe's being the name of the place. But again, when I'm talking about like our between Jacqueline and I, our marriage with our kids, we have 3 daughters, and a Frenchie dog, a male
Frenchie.
Yeah.
A male Frenchie. But you know what I'm saying? She's the type of person that basically she just wants to be more involved. So she was a little bit upset with me when I came to this venture, only because it was just a lot for her to handle. She's the type of person that she could take on more than she's built for. She could move literally like mountains for myself, my family, and stuff like that. For the girls, she gets up. Does the normal things, but she goes extra. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
And when I came with her with the surprise, we got a restaurant, and I was getting like a different vibe.
It sounded like this. No,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't that one.
No. Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we spoke more about it. We went out to dinner. We spoke more on it, and being that it's for the memory of Chloe, I feel that she's in our front lines. She wishes nothing but the best for myself and Luckie. Also, she wants to be the person to really like to depend on. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem with that. Luckie, they're in constant communication behind my back all the time, and I'm not even worried about it. Usually I'm sleeping. So, but our communication is awesome. His wife, Lauren, which is also a very dear friend of mine. I love her to death. And I'm happy that they're together. I was the best man at their wedding as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool. Very
and
cool.
That was an honor, really. And during COVID too, like, getting more than 5 people in the room was hard.
Yeah.
We had 150.
Yeah.
They did
They have
pretty
150. Yeah, they did really good at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, as far as Chloe's goes, we're doing it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So work for us it's for a reason, and it's fun, because I'm doing it with a good friend of mine, a friend that I trust wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? And we come into work, and it's not a problem. It's not work for us. It's we know that there's a mission at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? And there's light there. Hopefully, it's a lot of money. And going back to my immature
It's like a green light.
yeah. Can I go back to my immature phase?
No,
I'm with you. I get what you're
no,
saying.
even your immature phase, right?
Right.
The immature phase of saying, "Oh, money doesn't buy happiness." That's a lie. People who don't have money say that because money pays the rent, money pays the light, money pays the car. And if you didn't have that stuff, you'd be miserable. I'm not talking about extravagant stuff. I'm talking about basic necessities. It costs money to pay for that stuff. You have to make money to pay it. So therefore, money does make you happy, just not to the aspect of when we were younger, growing up, the whole, oh, we need to drive the Bentleys or the Mercedes listen, that's all stuff. I mean, is it nice to have? Yeah, but that doesn't make me happy. That's irrelevant.
Right.
Family,
Right.
love, respect. That stuff makes me happy. When people talk about us in an aspect of, oh my God, these guys are really doing it. They're doing something. That makes me happy. That stuff money can't buy.
Absolutely.
That's genuine.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? You can't buy that. You can buy cars, houses, all that stuff, but you can't buy loyalty. You can't buy respect. You can't buy that stuff. So therefore, that's why for us, and even for me, like to be able to do this to the magnitude that we're doing it, there's no one better that I'd rather be with in this journey than Piri. No one at all.
And so we came up with the name, and obviously there was a 100% agreement, and the journey and the building of the building, and then billing for the building, and obviously there's a reciprocating factor where you're doing what you love. There's income, there's payments, and then of course there's profit, right? That's any good business.
Yeah.
But if you look at the heroes over the last 20 years that were young or that started something new and were very successful, it all starts with them having passion behind what they were doing.
Yeah.
Their intent was never to become a millionaire or a billionaire. Zuckerberg, that story, as controversial as it is, at the end of the day, he just wanted people to talk to each other.
100%.
That's all it was. He was like, I just want people to be able to reach out to each other and network a little bit better. MySpace was for musicians. MySpace was originally for those youngins that are out there. MySpace was for music, and you had to know how to write code to have a cool little intro.
I think I still have
Caramel Rican.
People in the chat
And
be like,
the peanuts in the
his
background.
name. Yeah, the peanuts, bro. Yeah, no, those were great times. But that all started with the want to put something out there that somebody loved, right?
Yeah.
And Facebook is a phenomenal example because obviously it's beyond anything that some people can fathom. But it started with just people wanting to connect people. In this realm, you started because like you said, there's a dream of multiple locations under one LLC.
100%.
Right? And for those of you that are listening, right, don't ever limit yourself to one of anything unless it's marriage, right? Right, gentlemen? Unless it's marriage, except for marriage, obviously.
Yes.
Or you could try twice because sometimes it doesn't work the first time. I'm just saying.
The
I just wanna be honest.
intent should be one time.
At least.
Yeah. The intent should be one.
Yeah.
The intent should be one, right? The intent should be one. So now we get to, Chloe's is built. Why? Who's Chloe? Why did we choose that name? And it's an interesting. It's a story. I don't want to say interesting. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in this story and see where this name came from and why.
I'll let you start.
Okay. So Chloe is a family friend and happens to be Piri's wife's, basically I would say sister. Us Puerto Ricans, we grow up with cousins and they're more your brothers and sisters than other people. So that's who Chloe is, as far as like just generally speaking who she is. What I've known and learned since the whole naming of Chloe, I've went and like stalked everything she's ever said, everything she's ever done. I have 3 recipes in this menu that are her exact duplicate recipes. My contribution to her honor was to respect the stuff that she talked about, the stuff that she liked to do, the stuff that she liked to eat. And that was my aspect that I can provide to the restaurant in her honor, because I didn't have a relationship with Chloe outside of like friends or anything like that. I didn't know her much. I've been at parties with her, but you say hi and bye and basic stuff. So when we decided that this would be the perfect name for this place, I was like, well, okay, now what can I do to honor her name, right? Because, okay, yeah, I'm a co-owner of the place that the restaurant is her name. That's an honor in itself. But for me, what can I do so that other people could appreciate the stuff that she did? And Chloe was a chef. I mean, she wasn't trained, classically trained chef. She was nothing. She was a home chef. and she had amazing recipes, and she posted them on her Instagram, and to the T, and she always ended it with a funny line where it was like, oh, and 2 ice cubes, and it's not for the food, it's for the wine. Right. So that's how she always ended her quote. So like I try to integrate her recipes into the stuff here, and every day I have a glass of wine in her honor.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And just to add to that, if you look at her page, it's Turn Up to Chloe. Turn Up to Chloe, I think it is, on Instagram. She again, what Chef Luckie said. She basically put the ingredients down. She was a health freak, very bubbly type of person, always smiling, never a dull moment with her. She would come into my house, crash into my house, and they my wife and Chloe had their thingamajigs.
Eye watches?
The eye watches.
Yeah.
Sync to each other. So basically when
So they could work out. It was the
yes,
competition.
so
okay.
they were in competition with each other all the time just to motivate each other.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
There was no envy or anything, not an envious bone in their body between the both of them. If anything, they pushed each other. When my wife couldn't make it to the park, I have like a football field of a backyard, so they would just work out there. Chloe would bring her mats, her dumbbells, her this or that. She would just come, and she was just like a bubbly, very how you say? She was very
Radiant?
Yeah, I mean, listen,
She was
she
sunshine.
had a personality.
That's it. She was sunshine.
And
Everywhere she went.
she had a personality that basically could light up any dark room, and it was a pleasure to meet her and be around her all the time. You know what I'm saying? And as many times as I could. I mean, she loved my kids as well. She would always take pictures with them, and I mean, it was just even the day of the tragic accident. The last call that she made was to my wife, but it was from the iWatch. So basically, she notified her because my wife is an emergency contact.
Okay.
So she also worked for T-Mobile for a long time, so she was very into like the gadgets and stuff like that. But the last call basically was to my wife. No, I'm mistaken. The last workout call. So basically, when that happened to Chloe, her vitals were sending a signal to her iWatch, and it sent it to my wife. So my wife is like, she's already working out without me, like that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was like
I can't believe this already.
I can't believe it.
So I'm gonna stop you really quick, B. So I don't think people know what happened to Chloe though. So you're talking about an accident, right?
Okay.
And
Yes.
so I apologize for cutting you off because the story is phenomenal. But I think so. What happened to Chloe though? Why is it that this what happened to Chloe? Because I know that she was in an accident, and unfortunately she's not with us anymore.
Right.
God rest her soul. But I don't know, and not too many people know the actual details of what happened. And I don't mean to be detailed in like a negative way, but what happened? Like what happened to Chloe that she's not here with us anymore?
So Chloe and her husband Clark, which is a dear friend of mine as well, they just purchased their first home after being married. They purchased their first home. They were proud of their home. It was their first major purchase together. So basically, besides working out, besides putting her recipes, they were all like health foods and stuff like that she used to post up. And she was gardening with her husband, making her house look nice. And she went to Aldi's in Clifton, which was her favorite store, just to even walk around. So basically, it was down the block from where she lived. So she stopped gardening. She went to Aldi's. She walked around, bought some stuff here and there. As she was exiting the store, another lady in her vehicle came around. As Chloe was walking across a parking space, she mistakenly struck Chloe. With that being said, there was a lot of confusion. Going back to the Apple Watch,
yeah.
right? So it gave that signal to my wife saying that Chloe was starting to work out. It also phoned on speaker her husband. And her
Emergency contact, because he was the emergency contact on her
Correct.
phone.
So her husband was there gardening. They only had one car. And he's hearing everything go on. He just heard everything, all the people that were trying to help Chloe, because they thought that she was having a seizure. So that was like a big mix-up in that whole thing. And so basically, long story short, we went. I went, grabbed my wife, and after we were notified that she went to the hospital, I was in my police uniform. So basically, the doctors were already telling me that it was kind of on the injuries were kind of life-threatening, and I just went. I couldn't look at my wife anymore. I just brought her to the doctor's room, and I just let the family be. And that's when they took her to ICU, and they tried their best. I got to say that today in the mail, my wife received a little gift because Chloe was also an organ donor. And the day that she passed, St. Joe's Hospital in Paterson, they raised a flag in her honor in front of the building for whoever is an organ donor. Basically, they fly the flag, and as a thank you, as a tribute to Chloe. Mm-hmm. And we got the gift this morning. I'm assuming that somebody received an organ or received help from Chloe of some sort, and it's a butterfly. It's a tiny butterfly, and my daughter's having her baby shower today, and the theme is butterflies.
Wow!
You know what I'm saying? So it's freaky, and I was just like, you know what? It's insane. If that's not a sign, I don't know what it is.
Of course.
Yeah, 100%.
But that was freaky this morning. I was just like, I went, took a ride, bought breakfast for everybody, because we have a really long day today, and I was just like, wow, I just shaking my head in disbelief, and that's the story in a nutshell.
That's
it's freaky.
So
yeah.
wild.
I'm gonna hang the butterfly here.
Yeah, no, it's so beautiful.
Seriously,
But it's
yeah,
just so
yeah.
wild that it literally came in today. That's wild.
So it was today, and the theme is butterflies.
It came in yesterday's mail, but
We were
myself,
busy.
Jackie,
You opened
and
it today.
Lucky, we were here.
Yeah.
We opened it this morning. Well, she opened it this morning. She was like, "Oh man," she knew what it was because they had the title. I forget what the title is for the organ donation people.
Yeah.
So she opened it, and it was a small gift, and she just waved it in front of her face for a little bit, and I was like, "What's up?" And I didn't even put two and two together because I'm
Yeah, of course.
like I said, I'm like here. I'm like the hype man here.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So basically,
You wake up and you're like, let's go. What are we doing today? Let's move. Let's
so
move. Let's get
I
moving.
do my
There's
little
Ricky Bobby
stretching.
right there.
Ricky
Wakes up.
Bobby. Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, I do my little stretching.
Shake and bake.
Yeah, I'm the other guy from Ricky
Yeah.
Bobby. You know what I'm saying? I was like, could I get in first place for once? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we don't want to burn down the kitchen.
Right.
I make a mean bowl of cereal, but
There we go, bro.
You know what I'm
Here we
saying?
go, bro.
I put the almond milk.
That's it, man. I make a phenomenal cup of noodles.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
can't mess that one up.
Absolutely.
You actually can. I think my oldest daughter, who now is a pastry chef.
Yeah.
I will say that my oldest daughter is a pastry chef now. She did burn a cup of noodles because she put it in the microwave without the water.
Yes.
She
No
forgot the
way.
water.
Did the same thing.
No.
She forgot the water.
My daughter did the same exact thing with macaroni and cheese.
Just put the mac powder.
I swear to you.
Yeah.
Like,
So you actually could mess that up because I've
Yes.
seen it.
That's
leave it up to our daughters to mess that up.
I made a mac and cheese once, and I misread the directions, and I boiled milk before I put the macaroni in it because it said to boil, mix.
That's like White Castle.
And
So you
somehow
had White Castle.
I boiled the milk, and I'm like, all right, it's boiling through, and it came out all like burnt. And and being Spanish, like I'm kind of used to the smell of warm milk because my parents would warm the milk up on the
100%.
stove, right?
Yeah.
That's normal for us. My wife is from Kansas, and she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, bro, you got warm milk puts you to sleep. Like that's how
100%.
I remember it, you know?
Yeah.
So it smelled weird, but I remembered the smell. And sure enough, I was, I messed the macaroni and cheese up. So I don't, listen, and you guys may be relate. We didn't really grow up with Kraft macaroni and cheese, right? I grew up with cup of noodles, ramen noodles, and then leftovers, and mom would cook. That's just, Spanish moms cook.
The old 2 buns and
That's it.
two slices of bread and some mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise, yeah.
Oh man,
That's it, bro. I used to do that. I used to do that.
Vito is one. My
Yeah.
good friend Vito. We always used to do that in the
Sliced
middle
bread
of
with
the night. And every time we slept over each other's house, I'm like, damn,
Sliced bread with mayo.
a nice
Slam it.
little mayo sandwich.
Yeah,
would do
sliced
good.
bread with mayo. Franco,
Mayo, not mayo.
So you said right now, not mayo. So
I'm the mayo sandwich here.
Franco, that St.
Yes.
Gerard's Franco.
Yes,
So
yes.
he introduced me to the mayonnaise sandwich. He
Really?
made one in his house. I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old. We were little kids, but I remember it vividly because he made me the same. He hands it to me. I'm like, but there's no there's bologna. I grew up with bologna.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't,
yeah, of course.
ham? What's ham? Turkey? Sliced turkey? No, I don't know what that is.
I still eat that to the day. What are you talking
Bro,
about? I still eat bologna.
bologna's banging, bro. People
yeah.
sleep on that. Don't sleep on it. It's hooves. Who cares? It tastes good. So it's pork hooves. So he handed it to me, and he used to live on Sherman Ave, off of Union Ave, on
Yes,
Sherman.
yes.
And him and I would always go over because he had a pool. Like he was the only kid. You were cool as hell if you had a pool in your backyard, right?
100%.
And I was like, all right, it's time to eat. And his mom brought out these sandwiches, and but it tasted amazing. And I was like, yo, but where's the bologna? You ran out of bologna? Like, and he's like, no, it's just mayonnaise sandwiches. You don't eat the mayonnaise sandwiches, bro. I tore it up. And ever since then, we ain't. Now as we're old, now that that we're where we are now, I've realized how unhealthy and delicious it was.
Yeah.
And
You're proving, right?
Yeah.
What? Explain to me the sandwich that they, because Raul, we always used to have this at Raul's house. A good friend of mine, Raul Soto.
Shout out to Raul Soto.
Yes, Raul. Rah digger.
The head male waitress here.
Oh yes, he's the head male
The
waitress
head
here.
male waitress.
Yes,
Okay.
male.
Got it.
So, what's the sandwich that you guys make with the orange like?
Orange.
It's like an orangey like.
Potted meat?
No, it's a sandwich. It's like a mayonnaise sandwich, but it's like orange in the middle. It's not mayonnaise. It's probably mixed with something else.
Nah, bro,
Like,
you
it
got
looks
me.
like that Kraft's.
Like the huancaína sauce type?
Yeah, it looks something like that.
Orange.
Very like
Orange.
orangey. It's so.
You're not
delicious.
colorblind, right, Petey?
No.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
We need
I'm always
Raul,
with
when you
shades
see
on.
this, Raul, just tell us
Yeah.
what the name of the sandwich
Yeah.
is.
Jump
Ask
in
your
the
mom.
chat. Go on
Yeah.
Instagram. Just
Lita.
because
She
now
was here last night.
Lita was here last night. Yeah.
everybody that's listening to this is gonna go nuts try to figure out what because
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what it is. I'm telling you right now, I have no idea what
Why
it is.
did I bring
That's
that
called
up?
Caesar. That's called Caesar. Where's Caesar?
Caesar.
Shout out to the
Is he-
Lomo Truck family.
Yes,
Lomo Truck,
absolutely.
Lomo Truck, my boy.
Those
Caesar
are my
from Lomo
guys.
Truck.
Those are my guys. Hey, and another thing, now that Lucky and I are hanging out like almost every day. We see each other every day now because of the business. I met some incredible people through Lucky in the food industry, and they are awesome. I mean, they're simply awesome. Shout out to Ray from Salt Pepper Ketchup in Hawthorne, New Jersey. I was there this morning. I gave him a shout out. My daughters tore their sandwiches apart. The Lomo Truck, C's. I always forget
Caesar,
his name.
Victor.
Victor.
Yep.
real nice people.
Freddie as well, and
Yep.
Paola from Tripleta and Passaic.
Yep. And then we got our neighbor Speedy Way.
Speedy Way.
Yes.
Speedy Way.
Oh man, that
Birria ramen is out of this world.
Please order Speedy Way on Tuesdays.
Yes.
Bro, that thing is awesome in there. It's the food is second to none. Honestly, it's awesome.
It's amazing how the people you meet in when you're in one realm and you're in another realm and you combine two different realms. The networking is just.
So for me, the food world, as far as like anything that has to do with food, I have an amazing team of friends, and I say friends loosely because it's more family to me. It's I'm like the Vin Diesel. I'm like the yeah. It's family. Yeah. Family's important, but no. Without Caesar's guidance, when I first launched my food truck, it wouldn't be as successful as it was. And then Caesar introducing me to so many different people, so many different restaurant owners, or even people that were doing pop-ups and stuff like that were amazing. I mean, I had some of the best empanadas on my truck from Sin Empanadas.
Sin.
Love you. Thank you, Sin.
Shout out to Sin.
So even people like that were all introduced to me because of food. So they became family. And then when we did this, I was like, wait, you need to meet my other family. Because we are family, our friendships, I mean, everybody he mentioned, Vito, we got Rara, we got Ralphie, Frank. There's so many people, Big O, there's so many people that are just like friends, they're family. So I needed him, because he introduced me to all those people. Now I wanted him to know my side of the people, what drives me, and that's everybody. It's literally a gang. Like our Instagram group chat is like the food truck gang, and then it wasn't politically correct for an event we were doing in Clifton, I think it was. So we changed it to like the food truck, the Paterson food truck movement, because it wasn't politically correct to say gang.
Yeah, and it was probably at a time where the movement was in.
So with having that whole aspect of friends like Ray from SPK, I mean, these people are all just amazing people that probably don't get the recognition they deserve. Like they're all just hard workers, and people overlook hard work. Because they see the glory that we post on Instagram. And they see the stories that we post on Facebook, and they're like, "Oh my God, look, it's so easy. Look at them. They're just like they're like boasting." And I'm very simple. I say things all the time. I am nobody without my team. Like the people around me is what makes me better. You know what I mean? And like even in friendship, in life, in business, you're gonna go as far as the people you surround yourself with every day. And I've been blessed and lucky, no pun intended.
No, all pun intended.
I'm dying to push that button.
Keep this away from Piri. Piri push up.
I want to play with that thing. I want to play with that thing all night.
Hey,
No homo.
no homo.
Hey, pause.
So basically, that's the way it works for me. It's like your team and everybody around you. It's easier to be successful if you surround yourself with successful people. It's said millions of times. It's contagious, 100%. If you're hanging out with 6 people that are doing nothing with their lives, you're going to be the 7th doing nothing. And if you're hanging with 6 people that are successful, you're going to be the 7th. That's life.
It's simple
And
truth.
that's the word I was looking for. It was contagious. When I
Contagious.
was describing Chloe's smile.
Contagious.
Bubbly and
Contagious. It genuinely is, and that's why none of this wouldn't be here without a team, because we can't do everything ourselves.
Right. No, it's a fact, and a lot of people, even when one person is successful, it's a team. Go back to this Facebook thing. It was a team that launched Facebook.
Yeah.
It wasn't one dude
No.
by himself. It was a team.
But there's always schemes that somebody stole it from him.
There's always going to be that
Yeah,
controversy.
100%.
And that controversy makes it even better. An even
it's a
juicier
story. It's a
story, bro. It makes it even
the
juicier
Italian
story.
job, right? They had like a poke at it.
And yes.
Yes.
So for real quick, for anybody, I'm gonna take, this is a picture of Chloe. I just want to put it in front of the camera so people can see that beautiful smile and the person. And this is the person that the restaurant is dedicated to, and where the name was inspired from. So really awesome, because we didn't have any shots of her in this video. So I'm gonna respectfully put her right back. she was, so that the gram can see it. There you go. There you guys go.
Got it.
Oh man, you guys can't. You see my. You guys can see my hand though. Hi guys. It's all good. So
He said, "I'm here. I'm here."
So, transitioning back into, and thank you so much for sharing that Chloe story. That's now people will know and understand where some inspiration comes from. And sometimes tragedy can lead to beautiful things once we move forward, right? Everything. Right. I was listening to an interview. It was an interesting panel, guys. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It was Jamie Foxx, Adam Sandler, Tom Hanks, Shia LaBeouf, Robert De Niro in a round table. And I don't know the dude that played in the last Star Wars, the guy that was in the Paterson bus movie. It was a movie that they filmed in Paterson. Mm-hmm. So that gentleman, I apologize, man. I don't know your name because I just don't remember. But you were funny in SNL, and they asked a question. They ask all these random questions, and Tom Hanks comes back and he says something that resonated. He says, "I wish I knew this phrase sooner," and I'm paraphrasing. "This too shall pass." He says, "You're down in the dumps. This too shall pass."
I say that literally all the time when I'm talking to these people. I say that all the time.
This too shall pass, right? Yep. You're tired. It'll pass. This will pass. You're on top of the world. You're the best. You're the best at everything. This is gonna pass. Yeah. It's gonna pass, right? And you're tired. Well, you sleep. It passes. You're full of energy. Everything will pass.
You eat corn. It's gonna pass.
It'll definitely pass. Popcorn, corn. It'll definitely pass. Yeah. And listen, you made a joke, and it's so true though. It's true.
Absolutely.
Corn will pass, time will pass, feelings.
That's copywritten.
That is.
All rights reserved. Torres.
The corn too shall pass.
All rights reserved.
The corn too shall pass. So it's amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing this place excel and do phenomenal things. And we're gonna transition now. We're down to our last probably 15 minutes. So the menu, the food, and I know the inspiration came from some of the recipes from Chloe.
Yes.
What about the other 80% of that menu?
All right. So I love going to restaurants. I, however, don't like eating one meal. So I usually go to a restaurant. I look at the menu. I'm like, all right. Give me this, and this. And everybody looks at me, all my friends look at me like I'm crazy. Like, bro, how are we gonna eat that? I'm like, don't worry, right? And it's because I don't wanna limit my palate to eating one thing from a chef. I just don't. I don't want to. I wanna try everything. So therefore, my concept was when we came up with it, I said, hey, I wanna do a tapas restaurant. And for those that don't know, tapas is just small plates. It's like appetizers, but to a different level as far as what it is. I cook a Latin fusion style, so I like to mix cultures. I like to mix eras, flavors. I mean, some of the stuff that I cook, like people are like, I'm not sure about that. What do you have in there? This and that? That's not gonna work. I'm like, eat it. You'll be fine. I promise. Yeah. So 80% of the menu, besides the fact that I have Chloe's recipes here, is the stuff that I eat. So it's literally my favorite food. And everybody asks, "Oh, why do you love your menu so much?" That's what I eat. Like literally, it's coming here and cooking and teaching other chefs. By the way, Chef Wandy is here today. Awesome chef, kitchen diva, and my right hand sous chef, Chef Jean Café en Croqueta. He also owns Mean Gene sauces. So check out Mean Gene sauces.
The green sauce.
Yeah,
the green sauce.
It's amazing. But it's fun to teach other people the recipes because literally they're cooking my favorite food. So it's selfish, right? So as the owner, so as the owner, as one of the owners here, I was like, okay, the one part where I'm gonna be selfish was the menu. I wanted it to be the food that I love and that I love to eat because that's what I just want people to eat the food that I cook and that I love. So the menu is based on literally everything that I eat and everything I love to eat and love to cook. I just took things and gave it a little flair, basically. Because I cook, and I say it all the time, I cook very basic food. It's just the flavors that are completely different. Like there's stuff that you're never gonna have. And there's stuff that we don't have here. So I just wanna, in case you listen to this podcast and you come here to Chloe's restaurant, do not ask for blue cheese.
Yes.
Do not ask for ranch.
No blue cheese.
Do not ask for ranch. And if you ask for A1, I'm literally just gonna ask you to go home. Like,
Or we don't burn steaks here.
we absolutely. Oh yes, please, no well done. I mean, you can order it well done. It's coming medium.
No matter what. No matter what.
No matter what.
Story of my life.
Yeah. And I promise, I will say it respectfully to you that I just don't cook that way because my kitchen is not that. The grill is not hot enough to make it well done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, it is what it is.
But that is the menu, and it's just a mix. And I like to do weird like names and stuff. I don't like to name stuff for what they are, because I don't know. I like being outside of the box. So we have items that are named after family members, friends, stuff like that. And then we got names that people try the food and they amazing, and then they're just like, wait a minute, I want that to be my name. Jackie, love you. Jackie Sticky Wings.
Yes.
That's what they're called, Jackie Sticky.
They're called Jackie
Sticky Wings. Got it.
100%.
I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna get those.
And then on the weekends, starting next week, we have brunch and stuff, and that's where Piri's mango comes in.
Yes.
Piri loves his mango, so we have a Piri mango. My mom is she's motivation. So I'm not classically trained. I'm not a chef. I'm not what you call a school chef. I've never been to school to cook. I've learned every single thing that I've learned in my adult life from YouTube videos and Food Network and Cooking Channel and all that stuff. But what started the cooking was my grandmother and my mom. So if my mom's probably watching, she's not better than me. I don't care what nobody says. The student has surpassed the teacher, right?
Yes.
Is that what they say?
Hey,
Yeah, the student.
let's go. Okay.
But no, my mom is an amazing cook. My grandma was even better. So I owe everything as far as that aspect and love for food to them. But yeah, man, the menu, the place, everything is about family, love. The food is, I mean, I give you everything I can in the food, and you taste it, and it's just love. And if someone doesn't like it, it's perfectly fine. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not a taco, so I'm okay.
He's not a taco.
Awesome. Could I tell you what I do in the kitchen?
Sure. Oh, please.
So I
Can't wait.
Yeah.
In addition to being a hype man up here in the first floor,
And the best host. The best host in the world.
I'm the best host.
Easily.
That's my title.
Hands
I'm
down.
the host. I'm the hype man. I go downstairs and I just secretly ask Chef Gene if I could just throw some salt on something, and he cooks it for me. I pay him, and I could say that I did it.
Wait, Chef
right?
Gene's on your payroll too?
Oh yes, of course. A secret, a little Christmas
Under the
bonus
table, under the
under the
table.
table.
Got you.
All I do is just grab some like adobo, and I'm just like, all right,
Done.
it's mine.
It's done. It's
That's
his.
it. I made that, and I bring it upstairs.
Just to clarify something, he brings his own adobo because we don't have that in the kitchen.
Okay, yeah, we don't have that either.
If you guys could see Lucky's face when PD said adobo.
Well, I didn't want to say salt either because it's salt. Then
so American.
That's why it's so
American.
It's so American. It's just too much. It's All right. So
Damn
when
it, I forgot the wet wipes again.
Shit.
Sorry, everybody.
Wait.
he carries wet wipes. What are the wet wipes for?
For the sticky
For
wings.
the sticky wings.
For the sticky wings.
Yeah,
Got it.
That's the main complaint that we have here.
Yeah. So we forgot to buy.
And I'll take it.
We forgot to buy. I was told a few times to buy them. I went grocery shopping a few times, and I never wrote it down. So I never bought it. I keep forgetting to buy it.
I was right in my hand, but
But the sticky wings do
took a
need
shower.
the wet naps.
They're that sticky.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, there's no
Okay.
games.
There-
Yeah.
So if you throw it on the wall, it's gonna stick.
It probably will.
It's definitely a fight.
Yeah.
With your food. I mean, shout out to my boy Band-Aid. He
Band-Aid.
loves.
Yeah.
he
That's his gym?
Absolutely.
That's his jump off?
loves
Yeah, Mr. Mincy was
sticky
actually
wings.
our
teacher.
Yeah, our teacher. He was
Yep,
our gym
yep.
teacher, and then he was your baseball coach. and-
Yep.
Yeah. So he.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he's seen us since we were, 13 years old, probably.
I'm watching your live, and somebody named Nidia1.
That's Mama Dukes.
Oh, that's
Mama Dukes.
She said, "Thank you, my love,
That's
but
Mama
I'm
Dukes.
better."
Yeah, of course. She has to say that. She has to say that. She has to. She has
We'll
to.
have a cook-off.
Yeah,
Ooh, a cook-off.
She has to say that. She has
Food
to.
Network. If you want to see a mother and son
Mother and
cook-off,
son battle. Yeah,
Food
yeah,
Network.
yeah,
Watch
I'm
this.
ready.
Okay. Hashtag Food Network.
Nice.
We'll do a basket. She can't see what's inside. We'll do a basket.
Is that chopped? No, that's not
That's
chopped. Is
chopped.
that
Yeah,
called
it's
chopped?
chopped. It's chopped.
Love chopped. Love
How
me
about
some
this?
chopped.
We'll set a date. will throw Lucky in his food truck. We'll park it outside, and she'll take the kitchen.
She
downstairs.
gets the whole kitchen, and
she'll
Lucky will
get my
only
food
get the truck, and then
that's Mom Dukes.
and then
I
you
give her the
and then you
field.
get three randoms to pick, and they don't know who made what.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Nobody who made what,
100%.
and what tasted better, and they write it down, and that would be interesting.
No,
I think
I'm
people
gonna
watch
win.
that. Yeah, he just
No,
said
I'm
flat
gonna
out,
win.
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna
win.
win.
It's done. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. This is great.
She
This is
cooks
great.
amazing, and her food is delicious. And I mean, I've learned countless lessons from her. Countless. My mom is an amazing chef, amazing cook. I'm just better.
Yeah,
and I
there
have
is.
a flair that I just can't compete with.
Press the button. Yeah, there you go. I didn't even have to warn him.
Petey's like this.
No, because like I said, I'm very, very humble when it comes to a lot of stuff in life. You're gonna buy one?
I'm gonna buy one.
That's it,
Just
you're
to
gonna buy
play
one.
at home.
just to do it.
So I'm very
interview-
humble when it comes to businesses and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm very, and it's not cocky, it's confident. The only thing I'm very confident about is that I'm really good. I'm really good, but like I said, the only reason I'm really good is because I've been doing this for a long time. Just the last 3 years, I went from being good to a different level, right? So, but it took, and I always say this to like anybody who wants to do a business, an open business and all that, and especially in the food business. It took 12 years to become an overnight success. Like no one knew who I was, you know? Like I was cooking for dirt cheap. I was doing parties for dirt cheap. I was doing all this stuff, not really making any money, but just building my brand.
Right.
So now I'm at a point where I mean, I get paid to travel to cook. I cook.
Yeah.
I cook
Yeah.
for celebrities. I cook for athletes, like all that stuff. But that's 12 years.
It's work.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the last 8 years of my life has been grind mode.
Right.
I
Like
just came back from Atlanta. I mean, you
It's
could've-
it's overnight success that took 8 years. Is what it is.
100%.
Overnight
100%.
success that took 8
Yes.
years. Yeah.
So
No.
now I could walk somewhere and they're like, "Oh, that's Chef Luckie. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this." But before, I wasn't even allowed in the door.
Wow.
Like, I wasn't allowed in the door.
Wow.
Right.
I read that a lot of chefs, to elevate their skill sets, sometimes do things for free. Like they'll watch work with other chefs in restaurants.
I'm the king of that.
Just to learn.
King.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well, we now that Lucky's traveling all around and stuff like that, he needs the hype man.
Yes.
I'm the hype
100%.
man. I'm not for sale. I'm for free.
he's a free hype man.
You get a free hype man.
Gotcha.
You can pay my ticket wherever you
Yeah.
guys want. I don't care. I'll
Okay.
go. And I'll just, I'll just hover over his food.
Hostess. The
I'll
hostess with
try
the
the
mostest.
food. I also try the food. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like
does
that.
sample. So it's important.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
important for somebody
I'm
to
a
sample the
sampler.
food.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
important to sample the
And I'm
food.
free.
And he's free. No, this has been amazing, and I appreciate both of you gentlemen sharing these stories with us. We got to talk a little bit about you. We got to talk about the restaurant business, the name, and now ultimately the menu. And we are located in Paterson, New Jersey. Lucky, if you don't mind, give us your handle, your tag. How can people reach you? So that if someone watching this, like Food Network, wanted to
Yes,
reach out to you,
absolutely.
give us some info, all your info in here, so we could plug it in.
So, okay. So my Instagram is at Chef Luckie's Kitchen, all one word. As far as for Chloe's, we're at Chloe's_restaurant. I am available for any type of catering events, any type of private events, weddings, anything like that. I am still doing a lot of the private chef events and stuff like that because those pay the bills.
They pay the bill. No, it's,
So sometimes
Thing shut off, I think.
yeah, it's
fine.
live can only go for an hour. We broke the hour for
Yeah.
on live, so we're good. We're good. We're here. We got it.
I'm gonna go press it. But basically I'm at Chef Luckie's Kitchen on Instagram, and at Suerte Food Truck is on Instagram. At Luckie's Cafe is on Instagram. At Chloe's_restaurant on Instagram, and I don't have a personal page. If you want to know anything about me personally, it's at Chef Luckie's Kitchen. My family, friends, kids, everybody goes posted on there. Find me,
Awesome.
follow, come to Chloe's and try the sticky wings. Try Jackie's sticky wings.
Jackie's sticky wings.
Try our, let me see, top hits. My churrasco, out of this world.
Yes.
The churrasco. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
The surf
in
and
a marinade.
surfboard, because I don't do surf and turf, so it's a surf and surfboard. It's 3 different types of seafood on it. Amazing. Our mac and cheese is homemade, so you can't order it and expect it in like 3 minutes, it'll take like 10 to 12 because it's literally cheese is made fresh, everything is
Wow.
made fresh, every order.
I'm starving now.
The go-go bar down the street, they love the surfboard.
Yeah, they love the
surfboard?
surfboard.
They're like, I'm here for the surfboard.
Really? Of course they are.
Like,
Excuse me
Of
one
course they
second.
are. Of course
And
they
as a
are.
Excuse me
hype man,
one second.
I'm just like, listen, no surfboard here. It's actually seafood.
It's yeah. We don't have the
They're like,
surfboard.
but
man,
since I'm
the
here, I'll
surfboard.
order anyway.
I guess I'll eat something then. I'll get this. I'll get the sticky stuff then. I guess. We're getting. You guys can't see this. Running the play-by-play, and Piri is entering his password, which is 555-555. I see it right now. So if you ever get Piri's cell phone, you just got to type in 555-55, and you'll be in his phone. And he's scrolling around, getting it ready, and he hands over the phone. And I think we're about to go back on Instagram.
Press the button.
Which one? Wait. I'd be like, Piri, what the are you doing, bro? Stop around, bro.
I love that button.
Stop around. Oh man, so all right. So Piri, as far as you go, like you coming into this restaurant, and Chef Luckie gave us the greatest plug into the location. For you, what are you being a part? You guys being owners of this location, and mentioning that expansion would be a great thing.
Right.
Are you looking to expand in New Jersey? Are you looking to maybe go to another state? When you say expansion, what does that mean to you?
Well, for me, an expansion only means that that both Luckie and I will probably agree with this. Is our kids. So basically, we're the bark, they're the branches, and we branch out just like that. My goal is to basically have one of my daughters take control, take the wheel for a while. I'm sure that Luckie feels the same way, and we'll branch out as a family,
Right.
all in one tree. We know the rules. We know how to do it. My daughters, as small as they are, I have a 4-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 23-year-old, and I have a grandkid on the way.
Congratulations.
In December.
Yes.
And
Congratulations.
basically, thank you. I love that, bud.
I know what to get you for
I'm
Christmas.
gonna buy that.
I know what to get you for Christmas.
So with that being said, though, the whole goal when you talk about expansion, it's about what our immediate family, our kids, want to do with it. We'll give them some time behind the wheel, and if we could branch out, if it's something that they want to do, especially with the name Chloe's, it means something to us. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just some two brothers hit hot dog stand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's Chloe's, and it means something to us.
What was the name of that?
Two brothers hot dog stand.
Two brothers hot dog stand.
Glizzies are us.
Lazy's are us.
So it's not a name that doesn't have any significance to it.
Right.
It means something to
Right.
us, and it means something to our kids,
Yeah.
and especially for my kids,
Yeah.
because honestly, they take this title personally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's family. It was their family. It's
Yeah,
their family.
My daughters, when it comes to my daughters, they're hip to it. They're the ones that basically I don't have to turn around to know that they're doing the right thing. They're doing the right thing. Basically, they go, and it's the type of people that you want on your front lines, especially when it comes to our kids. We as fathers, we expect, and we try to teach them our best, and we expect the best to come out of them through us.
Yes.
You understand? So basically, again, when we talking about expansion, we're talking about our families expanding our brand out.
100%.
And thank you so much for that plug into, because my closing for this one, after hearing you gentlemen speak about developing a business, is transitioning into a term that a lot of us, being from Paterson and being raised, some of us first generation, because I'm first generation, my parents came here, and is generational wealth. right? Like that's something that never existed. I never heard that term before until I was like 30 years old.
Right.
Like what the hell is generational wealth, right? I moved to Atlanta, and I was doing work. I was doing TV installs back then, and I'm like, damn, how do these people have such a big house with so much money and all this and all that? Well, and they said to me flat out, that's that Coca-Cola money. I'm like, well, what do you mean that Coca-Cola money? Mm-hmm. And then, well, probably their family, somebody's great grandfather started something small with Coca-Cola, and they were part of that business, and it expanded, and every generation moving forward grows and is better off. Right. And I think you mentioning having something to leave your children is phenomenal, because if you work for someone else, you can't leave that to your kids.
Right.
You can't. I think there was an interview that was done with some celebrity. And he said, even if I start a cookie company, a chocolate chip cookie company, that's still something I can leave my daughter.
Yep.
And she can do what she wants with it. If she wants to continue the legacy, great. If she wants to, sell it and do something that'll help her, as long as it's something to help her be better, great. Because that's how generational wealth happens. And it gets better and better each generation. I have mine's turning 4 in like 4 days, and you have a 4-year-old, and you have daughters as well.
I
And
do. I have 4 kids. I have 2 daughters and 2 sons.
And you have 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Man, that's a nice balance. So you want to leave them something, right? Something that you created, because we're not going to be here forever, right? Oh, we know that. So
That's probably the only thing that's promised.
that's guaranteed. And taxes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Two things, right?
Yes.
So,
I hate the second part.
Yeah, no, all of
Press
us
the
do,
button.
bro. All of us do, bro. All of us do. Nope, not that one. Not that one. We want the trombone. Taxes. That's what we think of your taxes.
Yeah.
I'll pay them because I live in this country. I choose to live in America, so I choose to pay taxes, and that's what it is.
That's right.
But
I love America.
Yeah. God bless America. Literally, God bless America.
100%.
But
Love it.
so with this, to anybody that's listening out there, Piri Torres, executive chef Luckie, phenomenal stories that you guys just shared with us. Please, anybody listening to this or anybody that knows anyone in Food Network, we want to do this son and daughter match. Make it happen.
Son and mom.
Oh, sorry, son and mom. That's right. Thank you so much.
Mom and son.
Mom and son. The mom and son match.
Yeah, she's
mass.
definitely more-
We call it a mass match. Mass.
Yes.
Let's have a mass match, because I don't know, dude. I'm gonna be honest. I think your mom will kick your ass. I don't even know her.
I'm telling you, she probably would.
I don't even know her. I don't even know her, but I think she would probably.
No,
wreck
she
it.
probably would, but I'll never let her know.
No, that's fair enough. You ever notice like our moms never use like 1 teaspoon? It was.
No, it
Well,
was all,
so that's the same thing. That is one of the main reasons everybody makes fun of me, because I am in the process of writing a cookbook.
Right.
And it's the most difficult thing I've ever done, because I don't measure anything.
Right.
I just know when to stop.
Gotcha.
Or I know when to put enough, or I know when to take salt out, or I know there's no like, oh, give me a teaspoon of this, a teaspoon of that.
Right.
If it fits in my hand, then I know how much
That's
is
the
supposed
right
to go
amount.
in there.
It's an OG move, man. That's a G move right there. We have Jose right now fixing the video for his Instagram,
good.
and I think we're back on live.
We are back live.
We're having some technical difficulties, but we're back.
press the button.
What do you want? You want the?
Yeah, there. That one.
He wants the. You want the rim shot.
Yeah, I like
That's
that one.
PD's favorite one, guys. That's PD's favorite one.
I like that one.
So, gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for letting me talk to you. Thank you for sharing your beautiful story. Thank you for bringing another business into Paterson, New Jersey.
Absolutely.
We need this. Like people sleep. Patterson is a phenomenal city, phenomenal people, phenomenal. And it sounds cliche to say that Paterson has potential, but it really does. And anyone from Paterson that listens to this, create kinetic energy, right? Make it happen. Move forward. Make progress. Don't just talk about it. Be about it, but make sure you have a team. That's the biggest thing. Like, yeah, this isn't tennis where you have an individual player, but even tennis players have a trainer. They have a coach. They have a sneaker company that makes the sneakers better for them. That's still a full team. So to be successful in anything in life, as portrayed by Chef Luckie and Piri over here, you have to have a team, and synergy is important. You guys, I can tell there's definitely tons of synergy between the two of you. So with that said, and thank you so much again for that plug. Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Real PMC. We're going to be closing out this, and I really hope that you comment, subscribe, let us know what you want to hear, because I'd love to come back here in a year and see the progress. I think that's going to be amazing to see.
100%.
Chef, thank you so much
Thank you.
for having me here. Piri, thank you so much for letting me come down here and hang out.
You're
And just for you, I'm gonna push one more button, just for you.
Oh yeah, definitely going home.
That's it, right? That's it.
I gotta get you. I'm
That's
telling you,
it.
Christmas.
That's it.
Christmas. I'm about
That's
to
it.
text it.
Ladies-
I believe they were asking for
What name
Christmas
brand
lists.
is that?
That's Roadcaster. It's a Roadcaster. I know
yeah,
exactly
that's
which one it is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We're gonna leave you with some Toonskis, and we're out, ladies and gentlemen. PMC,
Love you
and
guys.
we're
Thank
done.
you.
Everybody, take care of yourselves.
Thanks for listening in to Keeping It Real PMC. Don't forget to follow Real PMC 19 on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, IG, YouTube, Facebook, and here on the podcast channel. Tune in next time for another great episode. And don't forget to keep it real.